Hey Taurus, how you feeling? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, Taurus, welcome back. If you are returning, I'm Shauna. This is your highest good tarot, and we are some folks here elevating and evolving towards our higher selves, towards our highest potential, towards the divine, whichever applies to you and your journey. We welcome you. And so today we are talking about how you're going to jump timelines, Taurus. Jumping timelines, ascending, it gives you opportunity and access to different resources. You're already living a life of abundance. Oh, let's elevate that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So this message isn't for everybody. Y'all know I gotta give this disclaimer. So take it as it resonates. I ain't for everybody. Let's see how you're gonna jump timelines. I was Taurus. Gonna jump timelines. Spirit, how was Taurus? Jump timelines. All right. Spirit like to toss these cards. We have the Five of Swords, Four of Swords. Interesting. Already. Six of Cups. Okay, 4, 5, 6 out on deck. Hmm. Even though it's not in that order, it's still here. Which leads me to a space where it's going to be a consecutive. There are steps that has to be taken. Does that, if that makes sense? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. There's some things that you have to learn. There's some things that you have to learn. Um, and it doesn't necessarily mean going back to school to get like a degree or anything. Um, you are being going to be taught in a different way. It's like there are some things that you are going to be looking up and reading about and things like that, hence the Hierophant. But this is more of about the spiritual journey. It's about the spiritual journey and removing or releasing um, conditioned ideas that no longer serve you with where you're about to go with your ascension, with the timeline jumping. Five of Swords, Four of Swords, Six of Cups. This the Six of Cups, because I was about to pick it up. The Five of Swords isn't just about like winning by any means. It's also about learning when shit ain't working. Like these two people had to learn. Like, all right, like we're gonna throw in the towel. This way isn't the way. It's about conceit and not conceitedness, conceding with a D and not a T. I know my accent to some of y'all is just like, wait, what? Like conceited? Like, no, conceding. Um, yeah. And pivoting. And not just about that, but pivoting into a space of renewal It's like, okay, because the, the way that you may have been doing things weren't working. It wasn't working. It's like it was an uphill battle. Um, you would at Greek God pushing that big ass rock up a hill. I can't remember who it is. But that's that's what you're being taught here, and amongst other things. Like the conditioning is not working, and there's another way for you, and it requires you to rest, retreat, and learn from either your benevolent ancestors or the angels, spirit, because there's some things they want to give to you, like knowledge, downloads. What else about this for Taurus? We got the Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups, Queen of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck, there's the King of Cups. This requires you to open your heart and, but also have a poker face, because it's going to be one hell of a journey. But don't close your mind and heart to the experiences. Don't be so emotional um, that any little thing will cause you to give in, because your this journey, this elevation requires you, this ascension requires you to release and choose wisely, which is why the Queen of Swords is here. She's somebody who is wise. That's why she has the owl at the back of her chair, but she's also slick, which is why she got this white ass fox here too. Um, so you have to use both your mind and your heart to receive. They don't want you to give up on whatever it is that you want to do. They want you to, it's about pivoting of how you're going to get there. Does that make sense? So it doesn't necessarily mean that, let's say you want to start a t-shirt business. It doesn't mean you give up on the t-shirt business dream. It means pivoting on what you're putting on your t-shirts, opening your mind, doing more research, and setting at the feet of your guides, your angels, your benevolent ancestors, so they can help you with it. And that's how you're ascending. That's how you're jumping timelines, because you're not trying to figure it out anymore. This person is super duper intuitive. She's more perceptive than intuitive. So they are saying you need both, because you're trying to manifest some things, but you're going about it the wrong way. So let's, I mean, and it's that you have options. Seven of Cups. So it's just that you may be boxing yourself in with the traditional ways of how things are done. And you're not supposed to technically, maybe you're not supposed to take a traditional route, Taurus. There's more than one way to bake a cake. It doesn't make it any less cake. You don't always need flour for cake, not traditional flour. You don't need cake flour. You can use all purpose flour. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that. All right, for Taurus, what insights with this manifestation, this financial manifestation deck, oracle deck? What insights do you want to give Taurus spirit about manifesting their dreams? All right, what insights do you want to give Taurus about manifesting financial abundance? What insights do you want to give Taurus? Taurus, if you're still here, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. What insights for Taurus, please? Ain't gonna make me do the work, huh? We got inner work. Inner work says, don't be afraid to prioritize your personal growth. Remember what I said, sitting at the feet, there's some things that you got to learn. You know, some of y'all may have to do some research or reading, but also be intuitively guided to grow. Okay, personal growth and spiritual development. hmm Health and wellness are necessary to enjoy an abundant life. Healer, healer. You are able to provide great comfort and support to those who are on a healing journey, whether their pain is physical, emotional, or spiritual. There's some things, especially for if you're on this journey of healing to help others heal, that books aren't going to teach you. You have to be divinely guided. Fear of failure. Your fear of failure can be very crippling, especially when it keeps you from trying. So, again, this isn't about throwing in the towel, it's about pivoting. And yeah, if we want, maybe I did say that earlier. It wasn't like it's conceding with the way that you're going. Conceding and saying, okay, let's do this. Like this way is a hindrance. There's a blockage here. So let me make this left instead. Let's see where it's gonna take me. Yeah. Yeah. And fear of failure, it does hinder us in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways. Also fear of success. But I don't sense that in this situation. I don't. I don't. So all right, let's see what the challenges are for you here and jump in this timeline. We have the chariot, and we have the world. Wow, two majors. At the bottom of the deck, oh, three majors. The lovers. Yeah, the challenge is your dedication. Not dedication, that's the incorrect word. Your consistency in being divinely guided, being guided by your spirit team. In this lovers card, you can see how Adam is paying more attention to Eve, but Eve is focused in on the angel. They want your undivided attention during this time of growth and healing and guidance. They are going to direct you to certain things. You'll get nudges to pick up like certain books or watch certain YouTubes and things like that to help with your growth, to help you become. Um, but you have to remain consistent, not get distracted. And that's what this is about. The chariot in the world, being distracted by those things going on the interwebs or going on in the world. Um, letting it divert your path, scrolling too much, comparing yourself, or being in thinking that you need to mimic or be like somebody else, do something the way somebody else does it. Just because they show you something doesn't mean that's what you need to do. So they may be showing you something as an inspiration, not so you can mimic it, not so you can do it that way. But hey, look at this. Now come back. Let's do a consult. Let's do uh gosh, what's it called? Not team building. Let's have a gosh, I don't know. I don't know what they do in the corporate world. We used to do them when we all worked in buildings, where you would come and have like a briefing, debriefing about what you've learned and things like that. That's what it's about. But the challenge here is for you is wanting to do things the way somebody else did it and wanting the same results. And they are trying to give you your own way. And but you have to be consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. Let's get some advice here. If you would like, let's get some advice, please. If you would like a personal reading, they are available. Send me an email and I will let you know all the options to get one, including getting personal readings during the lives on Tuesdays. They are donation based. What's the advice for Taurus, please? Yeah. And it's easy, Taurus, to get caught up in the way other people do things. It's easy to get caught up in other folks' numbers, like, ooh, I want to be like that, or ooh, I want to do that, and having that be our goal when we should have our own goals. Be inspired. There's a difference between being inspired words, and being like somebody else. Your results may vary is what I'm hearing. Results may vary, but they want to confirm that results will vary. Your journey isn't their journey, and comparison is, you know how dreams die. Your advice. We have the Three of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Mhm. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. Yet again, yet again. This is all about that intuition and being intuitively guided, with the Three of Wands, to advance to where you want to be professionally, emotionally, in your business, in your career. And and persevering. But it requires, like I said, it requires you to be consistent. It requires you to be open to hearing, open to different ideas, open to receiving. Because there's big things that they have planned for you. You have big plans, but your plans are just the baseline, Taurus. Yeah. In order to improve or advance or jump timelines, you got to listen. You got to use that sixth sense, and you have to be consistent. No, it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it on purpose. Is that it, Spirit? That's it. That's all. I hope this helps, Taurus. And I hope this helps you for your highest good. Until next time.